Hello, welcome back to Trailer Trash. So something about this year, right? Something about this year and actors with uh, tarnished reputations, we'll say, releasing movies. That's not true. Actually, what probably happened was Rust came out, and seeing Alec Baldwin have the balls to release the film where he shot the director of photography in cold blood accident, allegedly. It gave these people the determination they needed to say, hey, why not? Why not Kevin Spacey? Yeah, it's a Kevin Spacey movie called 1780. Let's check it out. That and they're both period pieces. So just throwing that out there too. Oh no. Oh no, it's a kid. Oh no, Kevin Spacey is running towards that kid. Better shoot him. I'm sorry.
What are his chances?
You don't last through night.
I was being pursued.
By who?
Queen's Rangers.
Three armed rangers have come knocking on my door. They're hoping to ferret out some bum they think bolted into our woods.
Queen's Rangers. 1780. I really wish I paid attention in history class.
All they want to do is turn your place over once. That's all. No quarters, no provisions. But maybe when they know about you, they'll treat you a little differently. Your father.
That guy looks a lot like Simon Pegg. Right there. You guys see that? It's weird.
Fought the bloodiest battle of September's ever known.
And even then, he couldn't be held.
Wait! You need not welcome some bad bargain under our roof.
Oh no, the kid's so sad because Kevin Spacey's in this movie. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's funny. They'll put Kevin Spacey at the bottom of the credits. I'm not going to allege that it's to hide the fact that he's in it. They show him in the trailer, but also the thumbnail, again, a little thumbnail notice here. He's right fucking there. Oh, it even says 1780 official trailer 2025 Kevin Spacey. But you'd think, much like Alec Baldwin and Rust, they'd be like, yeah, it's not, yeah. Look at our other cast. Look at all these other actors we got. Anyway, it's a shame with Kevin Spacey because I freaking love Seven. I freaking love Usual Suspects. American Beauty was like my favorite movie for the longest time. It didn't stop becoming my favorite movie because of the Kevin Spacey thing, but it's just like, well, now I can't really enjoy it anymore, can I? But it's interesting, right? That whole dilemma of like, okay, an alleged sex offender, sexual assaulter, whatever he wasn't charged with anything is also the thing, but because those charges were brought up and because what was it? During his apology, he was like, he came out as gay, which everybody rightfully so were like, so like, what does that have to do with you allegedly sexually assaulting people? Whatever, like, just, you don't do that regardless. Anyway, it's like you look at Michael Jackson, right? Like, you can like his music. They play his music on the radio all the time, and you could still say it's good music because it's good music. regardless of how you feel about the allegations made against him, right? So how come with other individuals, I think about this sometimes, like, yeah, Kevin Spacey, like, no, I don't think I'm going to enjoy anything he does anymore. And I think it's going to put a bad taste in my mouth if I watch any of his movies ever again. But it's like, why? Because he wasn't found guilty. It was all alleged. But there's just something different about if an actor does it, I guess. The best conclusion I could come to is it's because Michael Jackson, it kind of became well known, maybe even well before the allegations, that there was something wrong with it. Like, he wasn't okay. Like, he was, not to say that it makes things like that fine, but he had a troubled childhood and, brought up as a kid through fame and all this shit. So yeah, he's gonna probably not meld well with the real world and stuff that we find bad. He may not realize that it's bad, kind of thing, he's got a mental problem, in other words. But with your Bill Cosby's, your Kevin Spacey's, it's like, no, I think you guys are pretty well attuned to the real world. So, and also, I don't know with Michael Jackson if it was like multiple allegations, multiple children, but yeah, it's Bill Cosby and Kevin Spacey. It was a lot. I think with Kevin Spacey too, there's a lot of different people coming out. It's like, oh, well, that kind of, this wasn't just a one-off, like, my bad, I won't ever do it again kind of thing, right? I don't know. It's strange how we'll give some people a pass. And again, also might just have to do with, you can subjectively say Michael Jackson had good music, and that's it. Whatever you think of the person, good music. With actors, it's kind of harder to be like, I don't care what they did, that's really good acting, Like, we're not quite there yet. I don't think Kevin Spacey is quite there as an actor, even though I love his acting, but you can live with or without it, kind of thing. But with Michael Jackson's music, it was so ingrained in pop culture, and again, I think subjectively, objectively, whatever, it is good music. So who cares who made it? It's good, kind of thing. I don't know. It's strange. It's very interesting social dilemma. But, yeah, Kevin Spacey. Diddled kids, allegedly. Top comment. I always like Kevin Spacey's acting. Good to see him back. There you go. See, people like his acting, so they'll, regardless of what he was alleged to do, see more of him doing his thing. I think also it's one of those things where it's like, so what? Like with Seven especially, it's like he doesn't... The beauty of the movie Seven was that he doesn't show up until the very end, and it was very they were very strict about not giving away Kevin Spacey was even in the movie. He wasn't in the posters, he's not in the beginning credits, so the whole idea was you don't know who the killer is, even who's playing the killer, until he shows up. And so you can go through Seven and not even up until the end, obviously, and whatever. Kevin Spacey, he's in there somewhere. Usual Suspects. That's just a good movie. I don't know. He plays a bad guy, sure. American Beauty. He almost has sex with an underage girl. I think it's probably just a matter of getting over it and just being like, it's what happens. I'm not watching the movie because I like him. I'm watching the movie because I like the movie. Maybe that's what it is. I just know that ever since that, haven't had an urge to see those movies again. Even though, again, I like all three of them. A trailer with Kevin Spacey on the front and then starts with a little boy. Yikes. You noticed it too. Looks good. It looks like a mixture of The Patriot and Django Unchained, with Kevin Spacey playing the eccentric co-star that basically instigates the protagonist to fight for good. Where the fuck did you get all that? Like, yeah, I got The Patriot from it. He's instigating the protagonist to fight for good? Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe. Kevin will always be the deranged serial killer that put a head in a box. Oh, sorry, that put a head in box. Yeah. Yeah, he'll always be Lester Burnham. God, I gotta watch that movie again. That movie I saw just like at the right time in my life, you know? Yeah. That and, oddly enough, Fight Club. I watched American Beauty and Fight Club at like a key point in my life where like the philosophy of it like really spoke to me, you know, just letting go, just living on, like going on with your life, just being a better person, kind of, sort of, in both cases. But also it rekindled my love for films, because, you know, at that point it was like, oh, it doesn't have to just be a good story. The cinematography and the acting, you know, all these different choices that go into making a movie, like all that combined with a good story, you know, that's where you get your masterpieces. So yeah, American Beauty. Is this a fake trailer, like an SNL skit or something? I mean, it's just as funny as current day SNL, so you could be onto something. Pass the juice. Why is he allowed back in movies? Well, because he wasn't charged with anything. Where were you in the comment section for the Rust movie? I don't know. There are probably a lot of people there being like, hey, how come person who wasn't charged with anything is still allowed to live their life freely? So yeah, I'll reiterate. Weird how you got your Rust movie starring Alec Baldwin, alleged manslaughter, and now another kind of period piece, not Western per se, but period piece film starring alleged child diddler. It's a time we live in. P. Diddy too. See, why Michael Jackson but not P. Diddy? Well, I guess because what P. Diddy was alleged of doing, again, kind of like Kevin Spacey, kind of like Bill Cosby, it compounds on it. There's a lot. It's not just, I assume with Michael Jackson, just one or two occurrences, but there's a long history of this happening. And again, P. Diddy seems well within reality. So making these kind of poor decisions can't be blamed on anything else. Also, I don't even really know any good music he did. So there. Yeah. Thanks for watching.